Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equities Story. I'm here with the amazing Wolf, and this is just a general share advice and not personal advice. And Wolfie,
Yes.
very quiet today. Not too much out, but there's a few stories. So what I thought we'd do, we'll go through these stories, have a look at them, and then guess what, mate? We're going to hit Einstein's. Look at those Einstein trends and see what's looking good, all right?
I'm glad because there's not much this morning news-wise that you're going to get excited about.
All right, but this is one story that you were very excited about and didn't go on with it and came back. It's holding trend lines. But today, Wolf, again, another good set of announcements.
Yep. Yeah, you got to like them overall. I think with all these results that come through today, it's not that 4% that we looked at the beginning when they've kept the market excited, where they first went up from about 3 cents to 15 cents. It's obviously moderated. I mean, I don't think it would be sustained unless it was an extraordinary discovery. It's still an excellent discovery by the looks of things, and it looks like possibly that's the grades, from what I can see from the number of assay results today, probably be between 1 and 2%, somewhere along the line, with a higher core, say around the 3 to 4%, if they wanted to mine that first off, right? So I think overall, it's still got a lot of things going for it. What I don't like about it, right? So there's two things. I like the discovery of yin. It looks pretty interesting. Definitely one of the better rare earth discoveries in Australia over the last few years. But they've got so many things going at the one time. So they've got projects all over the shop, right? To me, that means cash. It means cash burn. They should just concentrate on one thing. If they go drill out this bloody REE, rare earth stuff, and forget about the rest. But they are doing all different things all at once, which is not ideal because they're going to come back to the shareholders, probably to keep diluting their shareholders, and it's not going to end up, it's not going to end up well for the shareholders if they're going to keep doing that. So that's my only bad thing about it. Other than that, this is pretty interesting. So I think it's tradable for sure, right? But you've got to be wary of when is it got a couple of raises going to come through. That's the only thing. So while I like it, I'm going to leave the trading for you. So, but from me, at least you've got a seal of approval on the results today.
Yeah, definitely. I think if you're in it, Wolf, it hasn't broken trend. So if you've got that longer term view, it's a hold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where would you stop then? If you are in this and you're like the results are good, you're still happy with the results, which I am, right? So where would you put your stop?
9 cents. If it went below 9 cents by the end of the week, I'd be out.
Okay, sounds good.
You know what? I mean, if I'd been trading this, I'd have been out already. But if someone's got a long-term view and they believe in the story, then I get it why they'd be holding it.
And of course, all of our Equity Story members are really long-term holders, Dave.
Yeah, I know. They just that's why they just hold something for 10 years, and how angry they get. Every time we have a short-term idea, they get so angry.
I know.
Let's
move on to the next one.
All right, PPL, Pure Profile.
Oh, I missed that one today.
Well, it just had a presentation.
Okay. Yeah. Look, we know what the story is like, right? Unfortunately, because it's marginal, cash flow sort of, it's okay, but small markets just not really taking to these small type tech stocks at the moment here in Australia. So it's very difficult for, to swim against the tide with it. It's okay, like I said, if it was a normal market, we would probably like this, we'd probably be trading this and probably be looking much better on the charts. But at the moment, we have to sort of step back and go, what's trending, what's not trending? Are these small tech stocks trending? No, they're not. So we just got to find something else to play with in the meantime. So we've got to let this go. We know their management. We spoke to them when things settle down again, post-war. We're probably going to come back and play with this again.
All right. I mean, yeah, it's still doing reasonably well, the business.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's the thing. It's not as if it's collapsing in any shape or form. It's still plugging along.
Now QBE, you've got that saying, boring as bat something. This stock really is, Wolf. It's so boring. I mean, I think look at that chart. I mean, the chart is boring. It had its moment back in 2002 to 2006 when nearly every stock in the market. But since then, holding this stock would have done nothing but given you a heart attack.
Well, not even a heart attack. It's just giving you go to sleep.
Yeah, I know. Well,
nothing's happened for like 5 years. It's just going sideways most of the time. And in fact, when you look at the long term, Dave, it's been pretty poor performer. What today? Okay, the announcement today, they updated the market with insurance and everything else. It seems to be they're going okay, and the current conditions globally, for interest rate rising and all, it's helping them. However, the market's going, well, we want more, pretty much, and I think expectations are greater for QBE. So we know it was a strange morning this morning. It was up for the first few minutes, and now it's down. It's a trading stock, but it's not trending. So for the moment, you move on to something else.
All right, let's talk about something that certainly is trending down and looks horrendous. Is PEXA. So why are we even talking about this?
Okay, because we've got this in a portfolio. That's why. But there's a reason why. Actually, they're still coming up with good results. The thing is the reason why it's trending below and it's looking like it's down is because the tech space is not great. However, I still got 3 or 4 stocks of tech space in my portfolio, and I'm only keeping the really top-notch type stuff. And this is top-notch for me because it's actually profitable, right? It is actually, to me, not expensive as well. And they're growing in a really market that's really difficult for them because they are do conveyancing, and the market at the moment in the space, the real estate space, it's pretty tough globally. So all up, this should be really much lower than it is. It's actually holding up reasonably well for me. But anyway, today's announcement was that Link, which has got 50% of PEXA, has sold 10% of them at 13.50. That's why there's probably a little bit of pressure on the share price today. However, I think I wouldn't be picking up anything at the moment. You just probably have to wait it out. And I'm like me, I'm waiting this out. And unless it goes down to say $10 or $12, I might nibble. But for the moment, I'm just really, I've got a small holding. I'm sitting in there. Just got to write it out. And we'll see what happens in the thing. But obviously not trending. Only for a portfolio if you've got enough stocks in there to just, to hold a little bit of pain for the moment.
So you've got that 10-year view on this?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a really long-term view, really long-term view on this. Yes. Otherwise, of course, I'd be out of this.
Yeah, like 100 years, maybe. All right. SXG.
Yes.
So good little chart. Breakout, our trend looking a lot better. What are these gold hits like?
Oh, Dave, today's gold hit was pretty nice, pretty juicy. 300 meters at about 2.5 grams per ton equivalent. So they've got a bit of antimony there, and gold. And gold is over one gram, right? So over 300 meters, that's decent, right? When you've got that sort of length, anything over 1 is bloody good. Anything over 2 is, excellent, I suppose, in a way. But they are in a good spot in Victoria. They actually own their own land. So a lot of that, they actually in the trading hold at the moment, and they're doing exactly this what they're doing with WA1, right? So they've gone into trading hold, raising cash on the back of these results. I'd say it's going to open higher, depending obviously what they're going to raise it at. But again, they're playing it beautifully. This is the way to do it. Everyone, if anyone's listening.
So, Wolf, just talk us through it.
Yeah, go on. Let's go to the top because it's actually leave it there, right? So the first was 305 at 2.4 equivalent, which is 1.6 gram per ton, and 0.5 SB, which is antimony. So overall, it's pretty interesting how thick it is, right? And they've drilled it from 319. So that was below some, they were looking at some other previous results that they had, and they've went even further than, and I'll show you that in the map in a second. So it looks like it's going to get bigger and better by the more drilling they do, from what I can see. And you can see it's, there's a number of intercepts in there that they've hit.
Okay, but I would argue, seeing I've done the resource course, the mining money, the amazing mining money course.
Yes.
Okay, there's maybe 29, 20. There's a lot of smaller ones in there, like 4 or 5.
Yep.
And also, it's so deep, Wolf.
Yeah. Well, this is why they need to drill way long more, right? And also we need to see some studies done, because you're absolutely correct there. I mean, can they mine this, right, with these sort of hits?
Well, that's what worries me. I mean, if I'm going to invest in a company hitting gold, I like these ones which are from 30 meters. I know.
So do I. But right, say for example, they keep drilling these sort of holes, they keep coming up with similar results over, say, 3 kilometer strike or whatever, right, down to a kilometer underground. They come up with a resource of 10 million ounces.
Yeah.
Possibly you've got yourself, okay, more maybe this can be mined, right? And you've got a whole new ballpark type stuff. So like I said, it's early days, but it does look very interesting from the sheer widths and the grades in some of these hits. So I think we just got to wait. And the drilling, it's all about the drilling rods at the moment for me. So I am interested to see how they're going to perform. They should open up, to be honest, but we'll see what they raise, how much they raise, and what prices. But it's early, like you said. It's a very good question. We're probably not going to find it out probably for 12 months. Whether this actually does it all make sense, and can they put it in a package and possibly get a mine out of this?
Yeah, I'm just a little bit unsure. It says drills 305.8 meters. Are you saying, is that from 305?
No,
Well, they've actually got a 305 meter drill hole.
Have a look at the ones it says further down in the first sentence, right? First sentence on the top, it says 305 meters at 2.4 from 319.
Okay, well, what I'm confused is, why have they got one massive one where all the others are only, a lot smaller? Is it because they just got into a lucky vein?
No, well, they probably hit a number of veins. This is the thing. They probably hit a number of little bits, right, along that big long hole. So go down to they keep going down one more, so you can see. Okay, this one. That's the one. Okay, so you can see that one in the red. There's the square in the red, or the rectangle in the red, tells you the little hits that they had within that long intersection, and they still got essays pending to 923, right? So that long hole that they've drilled from left to right, all the way down to 900 meters, where you've got a little blue at the end. Yep, that's the one, right? So they've got that number of little vein sets right in there, like you said. So they had over that 300 meters, they had little veins they've hit in there, 19 meters, 12 meters, 13 meters, and so on. But they've got another 300 meters, I believe, to go through to see what else they've got below. So that's why it's interesting for me. It's really thick, really long. Say they drill more to the side.
Well, they need some more here, don't they?
Exactly, right? And that's what they're going to be doing, right? And this is why, at the moment, at this early stage, it looks pretty interesting. Whether they're all going to make sense in 2 years' time, we don't know as yet, right? But right now, it does definitely look interesting. And at what market cap of 100 mil, there's possibly more room to move.
And up here, it's obviously a lot shallower, which is
but this is the previous drilling, the previous explorers that have done that. They've probably done some of their own. Yeah, looks good, but they decided to drill this hole, and lo and behold, they've hit pretty good, really strong widths.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. One thing, Wolf, not being an expert, I think this hole needs a lot more drilling, doesn't it?
Of course.
Yeah, you've got to.
But imagine all the information they've got now. Like, hang on a second, we've got bits and pieces in that big long hole, right? Bits and pieces that have got gold in them. So how do we now go about in, finding out more about these gold bits? So they're going to have to drill a lot more, of course. Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, it's interesting. What's the market cap now?
100 mil.
Oh, right. So it's getting on a little bit.
Yeah, it's not the old 20 mil explorer, but you know what? If they, like I said, if they keep drilling stuff like this, it could potentially go up, a little bit further than this, no doubt.
And your old favorite PLY is in a trading halt.
Yes. And we're definitely watching this as well, because this is still a very good story. It's fallen back with the market in the tech space. But today's trading halt, talking about a big material contract. So I'm very interested to see what they come up with. Is it going to be one of the big ones, Activision or Google again, or someone like that? And how much is it for? So this could potentially give it another big spurt.
All right, Wolfie, listen, thank you very much for going through that. Now, very quickly, I'd like you, if you could,
Yes.
We're going to go through the Einstein stocks, the ones that look good, and just give me a tick if you like the story. So that
I'll give you a thumbs up or thumbs down, like the gladiator.
Yeah, or if you're not too sure, you sideways. Okay. Yeah. All right, MRM energy. Breaking out over that 200, good looking chart, not far, and a buy signal. Thumbs up, thumbs down, or sideways?
I think I'll probably give it sideways. I know this story. This is a provider of shipping services or tugboat services to the oil and gas industry and other services in there. Very capital intensive, Dave. So definitely not for me. So I'd probably just neutral for me. But with the oil going up, there's probably going to be more work. So maybe right now you can make a case for a trade.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I think definitely a trade, Wolf. Yeah, it's the sector is quite in vogue at the moment.
Yeah, it's buoyant for sure.
Yeah, you've got a buy signal, you've got a breakout, you've got 52-week highs. I'd give this a 9.5 out of 10.
Okay.
All right. DVR, which Diverger, which is a little small cap, high risk play. So maybe I'm guessing, is it another lithium play? Let's have a look. Oh, no. It's
accounting wealth solutions. Yeah.
Oh, how boring. Can I give that a thumbs down? As soon as you said accounting.
To be honest, I know nothing about it. And, yeah, I think probably I'm with you. I think there's a dozen of these companies around.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. Okay, this was the hot stock, Macmillan. So you know what, Wolf? Great chart, good buy signal, trading 15 times, and a dividend of 7.5%. There's a bit to like about it.
Yeah, and I think in this case, the charts trump the fundamentals for me in the financial. So it's okay. It's okay company. It's delivering profits. It's like you said, it's not too expensive. Got a good dividend deal. So for me, is it my top priority? No, it isn't. It's probably neutral for me, but I can see why you put this as a hot stock. It's more about the charts than anything. At least you've got a fairly okay story.
And a good outlook as well.
Yeah.
Wolf. So they got growth. So I like it. Now, okay. SXE, again, very nice. Good dividend payer.
Yep.
It's funny, isn't it? There you're seeing these good dividend stocks doing well, and SXE is another one. And so this looks absolutely yummy.
I'll have to give it a thumbs up because, of course, it's part of our dividend plays.
All right, a few more risky ones here. So RXM. Don't know if you know anything about it.
Yeah, well, I do. It's a copper play, and again, explorer developer, let's call it. Thumbs down.
Yeah, don't like it. And funny enough, they've got a little bit to do with each other, these ones, because I think they've got some oh, sorry, no, they haven't got nothing to do with Dave. Now this chart I really like the chart.
Yep.
They've got something going on with Oz Minerals, some drilling alliance at the moment. But from a technical point of view, a really nice little chart, Wolf.
Yeah, look, I can't give any thumbs up to Explorer-slate developers. So they are just too risky for me. So let's call it not a bad play, but I can't give it a thumbs up because there's just no fundamentals to it, unfortunately.
Right. Now, next one is CXM. A little potash story, isn't it?
Yes.
So what do you...
I had a look at this one, Dave, actually last week, just to see is there merit to this. And I think what I came out of this, right, the question I had to myself, it's just too early. I want to see them because they are now, getting into production. I want to see them, those cash flows. I want to see what the costs are. I want to see the black and white truth, right? Especially with the smaller players, because, you just tend to be sort of standoffish and go, well, you're small, I don't know. I just need to see a little bit more time that you can prove.
So this company's just starting to get into cash flows, is it?
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. So look,
I can see why there's interest then, obviously.
Yeah, correct. That's the reason probably why there is interest.
All right, now this must probably be a no for you. Well, I put it high risk, a TNG.
Yes.
Which is I don't know, got no idea what this does.
I think it's got that titanium vanadium story. And Dave, this has been around for donkey's years. I remember this when I first started, right? About 15 years ago, they had the same project working on this, and they still haven't developed it.
That's all right.
So you can imagine how hard it is to develop these things because they cost so much money, and no one's going to, for a small little dealer, give you money. It doesn't. They've probably taken it as far as they can, developing it wise without actually developing it. So yeah, unless they can get the cash flows, not interested.
Right. So telecommunications, CNU looking good.
Yeah, Chorus, not bad. New Zealand based.
I had Aristocrat.
Yep, obviously thumbs up.
Yeah, TAH, Tabcorp.
Boarding his back shit.
And BAP actually poke his head up.
Yeah, I don't mind BAP. It's a little Blussman pass, and I don't mind it at all. So I'll probably give it a thumbs up.
Now I love this chart, Wolfie. SNL. The only thing, obviously, it's slightly traded, but yummy chart.
Dave, we gotta love this one, and it's a big thumbs up. Actually, 2 thumbs up because we got it in our portfolio.
Okay, right. Say no more. I've also you know what? I was really disappointed with the price action of ASG because it's a good story, and I thought it whole trend. It didn't, but the price action last week when it came back so strongly was excellent, right? So I sort of, like really pleased with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's happened to a couple of stocks, Dave. I think also, I remember we were talking about Aurora. Same thing happened, went below trend and sort of poked back up over $3 again. So I think just the market's just fluctuating a little bit and making everyone nervous on some of these stocks. So like I said, it's not bad. ASG is not bad. So like Aurora is not bad either. They're just suffering a little bit because there's some investors are jumping into the little moves that happen, the FOMO moves, and they go back up and go back into these again. It's just all over the shop.
Maya, and then Maya could do quite well going into Christmas. So
they could, yeah, but it's just been a bit bad performer for such a long time.
But isn't it weird, the price action?
It
can't just be because my son Marcus is working in the storehouse. I mean, there's got to be something more to it. But anyway, so SSG, Shaver Group, that looks good. Okay, ICT. So nice looking chart. Yeah, I had GLE. Here's one for you. ALO. Look at that breakout. Look at that breakout over 20.
Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? I mean, we talked about it. Now, me and Claude talked about this last week. I think that we are asked on the Ask the Analyst. We're both okay with it, but we got questions with people going on holidays when there's a recession, if there's going to be a recession. So there's a question mark. I know what they're trying to do. Obviously, it's a wrap-up story. They're buying little accommodation places and consolidating them. But look, that could work for a little while. So for me, I don't mind it. They
maybe sideways or up.
Yes, probably sideways. I'd say sideways for me.
All right, we've got TWE, which I like that chart, Wolf. It looks good, and again, a story that could benefit from A2 Mill, which I like, which the brokers don't, but it's up again today. Energy, TER. This is another stock that fought back absolutely beautifully last week.
Yeah, another coal story, I think. Yep.
RNU.
Yeah.
I mean, I had this on the previous week on that breakout, and of course it went through it. I just think it could keep going. This is another one, COI. So I think this is it's a risky story. I put it as high risk, but not a bad looking chart, Wolfie.
Yeah, not bad. Again, all of these, unfortunately, are all thumbs down because it's just exploring.
Risky stuff. I mean, that's why I put high risk next to it. And EXR as well, right?
Yep, correct.
Now I've got there you go, Macquarie.
You finally got some good stories on.
Yeah. Thanks. So Macquarie, I thought the breakout was pretty good, Wolf, to be honest with you.
Thumbs up.
I thought, and the markets are coming back, and if the markets can't come back, well, why can't Macquarie? SDF, which I had actually on the previous week, but I still think it maybe could go on with it. The candle was pretty strong last week. AUB, this is one that we've actually trended. We've hit our target price on the trend, but you know what? Price action looks very, very good. Maybe $24. Here we go. Health, I had EBO, which again I thought came back beautifully last week. Sorry, I put the wrong chart in there. That's clever of me. But SIG.
I wonder if anyone noticed it. Let's see if there's any geniuses out there.
No. So MVF, Monash.
Yep.
They came back really well as well, which I thought was good. ARX. So this I had on last week, and it had a fantastic move up about 15%. And I'm going, it looks like you can go on with it at least for another week.
Okay.
EMV, and these are all high risk plays for OCC, another high risk one. CTE high risk. Here we go. I thought Auckland Airport again. I had this on last week. It's gone on with it. I think it maybe got a little bit more in it. The airport,
maybe.
Yeah, well, the airports are coming back to life, aren't they? You know, sort of. And we don't have Sydney Airport anymore, do we?
No, I know. It's a bit sad, isn't it?
It is a little bit sad. Now this was interesting. 7 Group.
Oh,
Right.
that looks interesting.
So I'm thinking, well, hello. You've been in a downturn. Not only do you bounce up, you bounce through all resistance with a candle on the highs. Yummy, that one, Wolf. Can I get a thumbs up on that one?
Oh yes, you'll get a thumbs up for that.
ALQ, good story. I think you got a thumbs up on that one, right?
Yep.
JLG, you know, JLG was, I put on last week. This week, I think it looks even better, right? Because the move's confirmed, and you know, $8, here we come. I really like that one.
That was my favorite chart last week, Dave. You know, people ask me on Fridays what my favorite chart for next week. That was the pick of the crop for me.
Yeah, I think, you know what, it was close to a hot stock as well, because I just thought it's very, you know, it's a good story and a nice little chart. Anyway, we had ACF, a little bit boring, CLX, DUR. So it's been on, you know, it's a hot stock a few weeks ago, but the price action looks good, and I think it was up today last time I looked. So again, absolutely love it. Technology, I had CPU, which has been great for us. We're trending at the moment, and I think it still looks very bullish with a breakout. SLX, maybe this is obviously a high risk play, thumbs down, but good looking chart, just trending. Okay, ATA. I just hello. I mean, fantastic looking price action. So, you know, often you see those charts go on with it. You just put your stop loss maybe under 90 and say la vie. COS. So again, you know, a disappointing story, but a good story. Having a pretty nice 6-month breakout last week. So come on, COS, do your thing. Come
get
back.
on with it.
WRK, just a little high risk play. CIA, price action was excellent. And again, I'm hearing iron ore's back for at least the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I find that really jump, like, you know, gap pretty much last week. Well, I mean, what was that about? I saw. So I was looking a bit of research, right, and so trying to work out why that jump like that. There was a lot of short covering apparently, right? So I can understand the jump now, short covering, and I think the short covering was because the iron ore price is starting to go up a bit. So potentially. That's the reason. I mean, there could be something else that comes out. We'll just
the only issue with iron ore that I don't think we're looking at is Vale there still seems to be issues in Brazil. So, you know, we remember how Brazil was a really, I don't know, it was a decent competition. But now Vale, not only look at the distance they've got to ship there with the price of oil. Look at the distance they're going to have to ship their iron ore. Surely their costs by getting their iron ore onto the doorstep of China at the moment,
it's going to cost them probably much more than us.
Yeah. So that's one thing that I don't think we're looking at enough is just the proximity that Australia has to China with these rising inflation costs. I mean, maybe that's what's holding it up really well for us. So like CIA, New Farm, good.
Yeah, decent result recently. So yeah, you got to give it a thumbs up.
Yeah. ARU.
That's a nice move.
That's a nice move, but again, they're high risk, right? I couldn't, you know, not even Dave would give these a thumbs up.
No.
I didn't even give DVP. I know you like the story. I just thought
that's good. I mean, it is a high risk. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. I wouldn't give it a thumbs up.
CTM again. I like that chart. That was fantastic looking chart, right? Breakout going on with it.
Yep.
ARL. These are there you go. These are all the sort of high risk sort of tech stocks. And I did put MEK as a preferred trend simply because the chart does look good and we like it. But there's a few stories there you can have a look at. You can read up about them.
Plenty to play with, Dave. Plenty.
No, but we don't want to play with them. We just want to make money with them. So, but yeah, no, it's good to see there's plenty there looking quite good, Wolf. But I thought, for me personally, I like those. I did like JLG, but I like those buy signals. To be honest with you, I liked MRM. I liked MMS, and I liked SXE. I thought there was 3 buy signals that I could really get my teeth into.
Fair enough. Looks good.
On that note, Wolfie, I'd like to thank you so much for brilliant advice. And hasta mañana. We got live tomorrow night. We got another report, and I'm so excited.
Yes.
All right.
Great.
All right. See you, Wolfie. Take care.
See you guys.
Bye. Bye.